Right, welcome again, welcome back to Jollywood TV. My name again is Kanhai Condison to Access Granted. I'm here with Mr. Christopher Brownie on his set of his commercial. We won't even mention that right now. Chris,
Hi,
my friend.
Thank you.
Good. Alright, for the ones who know and for the ones who don't know still, Chris has been in the industry for a long time since, but just tell them a bit about Chris Brownie, the background.
Okay, coming back to Jamaica from film school, I went through, that's back in the 80s, I tried to make features, and in doing so I had to try and do a few short films first to be able to build up your resume, to be able to get the money to do something of feature then.
What was the first, if you can remember?
So the first short I did was called So It Go.
So it go.
So It Go about police.
You write too? You write this stuff?
Yeah, I write my stuff.
Okay.
And I wrote this short, which I shot here at 10 actually. And from that, I made another film called
Just carry it over to the next
Actually, no, right here. Crossfire Entry Dam, about a Jamaican trying to get a visa at the embassy, which was quite entertaining and interesting. And the Americans were very interested in that. They wanted to see the film, so I sent it to the embassy. Chris Blackwell was making features, started to create some low-budget features in Jamaica back in the 90s because of mini DV, the new technology. So he did Dancehall Queen. And then the producer who did it, she came to me and said, well, would I be interested in doing Third World Cup? So I was, and they gave me a script which they asked me to do some changes, which I did.
Okay.
And then we went into production, that was 99, and we released it. And
that was pretty good though.
Yeah.
That was pretty good though.
Yeah, it was a low budget. We shot it in 21 days. It was very quick. And people really, and of course, Mr. Blackwell being in the music business, he wanted us to put a lot of entertainers like Elephant Man and his crew and stuff like that, Ninja Man, and all those people were in it, and so it was quite interesting.
All right,
we're
going to take one quick break and then come back. We dive into where you're at right now still.
Okay.
GHETT'A LIFE. I'm going to say, I want you to touch on some like the story itself, a couple of the cast members, how we come along and how the training. Because I know it's a boxing movie, and it took this guy who's not a boxer and turned it into a little machine. So we're going to touch on that in a few minutes. Jollywood TV, Kanhai Condison, access granted. Coming right back, 2 minutes. Welcome back to Jollywood TV, access granted. My name again is Kanhai Condison, CEO and Founder of Jollywood Production. I'm here with a man, Mr. Christopher Brownie, and your movie out now. Not out, coming out in a bit still.
In 2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks time. GHETT'A LIFE. You know what I'm saying? It's a must see.
By chance, I was with some.
Also,
one weekend, I was with some Peace Corps workers, ran into them, and they told me about some inner city boxing fight up at Sandy Park. So I said, sure, that sounds good. I went up there and they had this amazing fight in there. It was all cordoned off, and it was very interesting. And in between the bouts, people were DJing.
somebody actually fighting the fighter. You saw somebody was fighting over an older man and a younger man.
Yeah, older man and a young man fighting over some woman. So it was really funny. And they obviously weren't boxers. They just start fight one another, and it just looked really messy. But then some other youths came out, and they were obviously boxers, and they put on a good show. And I said, well, this looks like a good story for like a roots Rocky underground in a city fight thing, So then right away I started to research, go to the gyms, go to trainers, try and build a story out of it. And then and through that we actually started to find pieces of stories, put them together, and then started to write and develop the story. And then I wrote a treatment, and from a treatment then went on to write the script. And it took me I think it took me a year to develop the idea.
Was it fun?
It was challenging. It was challenging, because it's, fun. The fun. Let me tell you, the most fun I've ever had making a film was called Crossfire. When I made that film, my short film, because I spent all my money on it. I could do anything I wanted, and if the film never made any money, I didn't care. It doesn't matter. So there's so much joy in that.
I'm going to ask you to say your shameless plug. Just look at us and tell us why we should see GHETT'A LIFE on the 27th.
The reason you should see GHETT'A LIFE on the 27th is because it's an entertaining film, it's an interesting film, and it's full of great music from a lot of our great DJs. So there's a good soundtrack. And most important, it's a story about somebody who wants to attain something and change his life. and because of, and also of the complexity of Jamaican's life. And there's a very good twist at the end, so you'll be surprised how it turns out, because it is in a sense a mystery as well. How does this guy achieve what he achieves?
Alright then. Are you right here first, you know what I'm saying, on the 27th. On the 27th of this month, GHETT'A LIFE is going to be out. Premiere, but out on the 29th.
On the 29th.
Premiere 27th,
yeah.
general release on the 29th still. You must go out and see it again. Jollywood TV access granted. But right after we come back, we're going to ask Chris what is next for Chris real quickly, and a couple of the actors them inside, because I see some decent big names inside.
Mm-hmm. And even the young guys, kids are fantastic.
Alright, then 2 minutes.
It is election year and the ghetto is at war.
The island's two political parties traded charges over who was responsible for the recent upsurge of gun violence. The violence between residents of the ruling party and the opposition stronghold of Jungle has continued over several weeks.
As you know, we live in a divided constituency. And as the opposition step up their attacks against us, families pack up and leave. We're losing votes daily.
I could get in a national boxing team, you know.
Boxing? As a matter of fact, I don't want to hear anything at all about no fighting, period.
But what if national team, Olympics?
You can't go back over there. That is that. My son not mixing with the devil.
I use football train as a cover. My father always want me to join the league, so that no good. And once me in a national team, him can't stop me. For Jamaica and a dog, and a party thing.
You're dream, man. You're up against them side. Our side.
Pay your fucking taxes.
And your father.
Cause why? We is Jesus. And them is the devil. And the devil can never be Jesus.
Can one boy's passion unite this community? Or will his attempt destroy him?
And if Jesus Christ want crucify, bow yeah, God have to ask me permission.
Coming soon.
Welcome again to Jollywood TV Access Granted. I'm here with Mr. Christopher Brownie. You know, new movie coming out on the 27th, premiere on the 27th, release on the 29th, called GHETT'A LIFE. Boxing movie taking the Jamaican industry to another level. Definitely. Alright then, let us. What about the actors then? I see some name actors then. How did you get these actors to get involved?
Well, I've worked with some of the actors who you see in the film. I've worked with in Third World Cop or other short films.
Like Bella was in?
Bella's been in mostly all the films I've done. Lenford Salmon also. I mean, these are good, solid actors who I really like. And then there's Chris McFarlane. I've never worked with, but he's amazing. He's brilliant as a Don. Chris is great. I mean, Paul Campbell is in Miami, so we couldn't access it. Yeah, and so some of those are the older, more established actors. And then we did a lot of casting because we have a lot of young people in the film, you know, as coming of age kids. And we did a lot of casting around. This time, actually, it was this time last summer where we started to shoot, and we were casting like a month before. And we found Kevin Burton. So there is a main character in the film, and he's played by Kevin Burton, a young actor who's not done a lot of acting, and he came in and he was really very good. And another strong opponent to him was Kadeem Wilson, who plays Gully Rat, you see him on the poster, and he's very strong as well. And there's O'Dane Clark, who plays Big Toe, who's Derek's friend in the film, and he has a lot of comedic element to it. I mean, all these guys are very solid young actors, and they're fresh faces. So Jamaicans will go not knowing them really and seeing new people playing, you know, even though you have some of the stronger older ones.
But it helped the industry though, still, you know what I'm saying, for you to give these youngsters this decent breaks.
Of course, but you have to understand that without them I wouldn't have a film. So as much as I'm giving them a break, they're giving me a break.
Okay,
you know?
nice.
You know, they are amazing, they're strong, they're good, and they're the ones that make the film, you know?
All right. We're going to go to one last break, and when we come back, we'll ask Chris how he sees the industry in Jamaica. Welcome back to Jollywood TV Access Granted. Again, my name is Kanhai Condison, CEO and Founder of JOLLYWOOD Productions. Here, Mr. Chris Brownie. All right then. We touch on early stuff. We touch on recent stuff, which is GHETT'A Life. And let us really touch on how you see the industry for Jamaica. That's the first question. And what advice you will give to young directors, young writers coming up in the industry? What can they do also to play their part in making the grand scheme of things, where to bring some awareness and bring a bigger picture, bring some more light to the industry in Jamaica?
Well, I mean, from what I've, in my experience, as I've been in the business for the last 25, 30 years, I mean, it's developed greatly. I mean, now in the last 10 years, with the advent of internet and also with cable TV, we have so much more Jamaican content out there, a lot of music videos. I mean, and that I think is the starting ground for young filmmakers. They should be doing music videos. I mean, young filmmakers now get paid to do music videos where you can tell a story in the music video of the story of the song. So that's probably the best way for young filmmakers to learn their craft and to develop, is by doing all these music videos for the artists who need people to do their work and give them a visual output to the song. So
how you see the industry in Jamaica, yes, like the film basically? You think it's opening up more?
Well,
but we're still waiting for that big investment to come and say, okay, you know what, this is just like how they have the music and have the sports stuff set aside for those things. You think corporate Jamaica eventually will get to say, okay, then, we're putting X amount aside for just building the industry itself?
Well, I mean,
I figure if you build it, coming up.
I don't see the government right now helping the filmmaking industry. I mean, what they do have is they have a chase fund, but I don't see how the chase fund really helps the majority. It may help one or two. So I think that's limited. I think the government has to have incentives for the investors, because it's really, to drive the film industry, especially making films, it needs money. It's money intensive. And the investors who are attracted to it have the money, but they need to have incentives to be able to, the government has to give them incentives where they can build that industry, and the government is not playing its part, basically. So I say a neglect.
All right then. Okay, you know what? So there is hope. Bottom line, there is hope.
There is always hope, and if this film does well, I think more institutions might open their eyes to this industry. Okay. You understand? So it always takes a winner for other people to take notice. Obviously, if things don't turn out positive, then right away that's something they're not interested in. It's just human nature. Yeah.
All right, not a problem. But I think there's, myself, eventually it will come.
Sure.
But again, thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah, man,
you know what? Jollywood TV, access granted. Again, my name is Kanhai Condison here, Mr. Chris Brownie. He's in his element now. We are actually on the set of his commercial shooting. But we'll see Chris again and again. GHETT'A Life. Premiere the 27th of July, but open to the public on the 29th. And Jollywood TV, Jollywood Jamaica, we're going to be there still. Thank you very much. Peace and love. Much respect.